And so now Jesus is talking about this parable, and he's saying in the same with the Pharisees just right there, you don't think we're blind, do you? And he says, if you were blind, if you really didn't see, if you were really clueless about this, then you wouldn't have sin. It's because it's happening right in front of you and you think you've got it all figured out, your sin still remains. I'm telling you the truth. The people that come through over the wall and not through the door, the Pharisees, they're the burglars. They're the sheep rustlers. They're the ones who are out for no good. They're defending their own opinions, their beliefs, their biases. They're holding on to what they want, their power, their structure. And unlike the blind man, who is the shepherd, who comes into the door, the gate, who is Jesus, they are trying to come in another way. And that way only causes death and robbery and destruction. Throughout the Old Testament, there are a number of places. You can think of Ezekiel for one, and a number of places, and many more, even in Jeremiah, some in Isaiah, where it's a lament of how the shepherds of Israel have failed. And God laments, I gave them shepherds, and the shepherds are getting fat on the flock. You know, we've seen stuff like that in our own day and age. You can remember back 30 or so years ago to the televangelist scandals and the money. And you can still see stuff like this, of people using the gospel to make themselves rich. That the message is not the one pointing to Jesus, but one of their own empowerment and their own prestige. And what Jesus is telling us is that he, in this, what we saw a moment, is the good shepherd. We point to him. But he said in a different way, you're all shepherds. And the purpose of our lives is to bring people to Jesus, to unveil to them who he is and what he's done. And to make sure that the world knows that everything else is false. There is no answer that's going to fix our lives. There's no answer that'll ease the depression like Jesus can do it, or the anxiety, or the fears. There's no one who can take care of our lives like he can. And so our message, like the blind man in the actual story and event, like the shepherd who comes into the gate of Jesus, is to point to Jesus with everything we have.